Yeah, so I'm looking at this lobby that we've got here at the moment. Two Nangongshongs, who I know is pretty popular in this tournament. A fair bit of DX. We have Jifangsheng, Xiaobu, Tukui, Jiang Ximing, I guess another character who I'd expect to be fairly represented. And Chinrei, a character I would not expect to be fairly represented. Um,
Yeah,
maybe.
I think Chinri is basically the only like off meta pick here.
Mhm.
Well, I guess the G function is also off meta because they're plant master.
Okay.
But like
Uh,
other than that, this is just all like the standard like best characters as you would probably expect from a tournament.
yeah, I mean, I think, and I'm sure this will be a recurring theme. Notable absence of Qi Wang Yao in lieu of Nangong Shongs. And I think Xiao Wu is a character people have not been super high on this season. Or Tukui, really, for that matter. Um, I feel like the DX star story has been really Ming Ming. So a little surprised to see
Yeah.
this lineup of DX characters, I guess.
So I'm gonna try to see if I can catch what mirages people took
Mm-hmm.
at the start.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of them, if people who took the generics, it's kind of hard to tell what they are because they're in Chinese. But
For sure.
I see Tukui with bones, Gaming with Fletch, bunch of generics from everyone else. Billows.
Mm-hmm. Beliz is an interesting one. I've never been super
And
impressed with
I
the
think
card.
the G Function took Double Trouble.
Okay, I respect that. Draw a card on each breakthrough, says Plat for the last generic. Um, yeah, I still kind of feel like Double Trouble might be G Function's best Mirage. I'm not really sure about that. But it does offer a good
Yeah, I don't know
amount
if
of
there's a
utility.
consensus. I know like some people are playing Rakshasa, especially with the more recent buff. Some people are still playing Youthful Vigor.
Mm-hmm. I'm surprised Rakshasa has caught on as much as it has, because the card still doesn't really impress me from what I've seen of it. But yeah, we'll see how we go. Youthful Vigor, I'm a lot
The side
keener on.
job, we have Plant Master,
Mm-hmm.
we have Fortune Teller Shiming, which is expected.
Mm-hmm.
Plant Master for both child. I think both child players are Plant Master.
Yep. And so then notably UWF Child is going to be their build. You can see the water seals accruing in their hands.
Yeah, we haven't really seen much Needle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think there was any Needle in this tournament when I watched it.
Mm-hmm. Well, in
Okay,
classics,
sort of
still
fast forwarding through these early fights. There's not really much going on here.
yeah. Musician Shabu as well. So very
Yeah.
much a
Okay,
return to.
so
All right, Chinese
yeah,
side
okay,
job
Plat
reading.
can translate this.
Yeah, so we've got a few plant masters. Yeah, I think we've mostly identified what side jobs people are on. What is the Tanshu Yarn on? Is she
I believe they were Fortune Teller.
fortune teller? Okay.
We see a Spirit Pet immediately get eaten here.
You can't have fun on these tournaments. you gotta you gotta be
And
out for
Shiming
blood.
breaking through on round 3 and taking Epiphany.
Yep. Yep. Makes sense to me. The lobby is not super fast. He actually has an opportunity to outspeed people who aren't like Child and Tanshuyan.
Child with the double Earth Field triple Fletch start.
Just wait till he gets his tier 3, then it'll all be worth it.
Yeah. I mean, I think Earth Seal and Fletch are generally like the best tier 1 cards in 5 elements, but the problem is you're really slow because you have to hold the water,
Yeah,
fire, or wood stuff too.
definitely. Yeah. It just makes your breakthrough transition stuff a little bit odd. Did not snap draw a wood seal, very unlucky. But metal seal we're gonna have to
I should. Oh,
mess.
where were we?
Oops.
What is going on?
Whoa. Beautiful stuff. Alright. Seems to have.
Apologies.
Alright.
I definitely know what I'm doing.
Um. So, alright, so this is just the previous round. Yeah, but watching at
Yes.
2 times speed so we can pause and chat and still get through the whole game before
Yeah.
the end of the stream.
I might slow it down for like some of the more important parts, but the early game is kind of boring.
Yeah.
Like there are a few interesting details in there. I think I should probably like slow it down right now to see what people are locking.
Mm-hmm.
Do that real quick.
I think I saw that the Xiaobu is going to be picking up locked soul cleaving, which is quite good. The Xiaobu is on No Mirage, is that correct?
Yes, I believe that's right.
Yeah. So just going for the classic musician and
Took a luck Dow fruit, which is
I love it.
I don't know that I've ever done that.
Yeah, I mean, if you lock it, you get it to level 3 as early as possible. I'm saying this is musician Shinrei, so...
Yes, musician, they
Musician
skip
abilities.
predicament in favor of draw 1. Heartfire, oh, soul seizing.
Soul seizing, not soul cleaving, okay. And also Meteor Quench on 2, skipping unceasing exercise because they have access to what they consider to be enough physique.
Yeah.
No luck for child.
Soul cleaving. This is Plant Master Ji Fengsheng.
Ji Fengsheng locks the soul cleaving, I see. That's what I saw.
Yeah. And Tenchi unlocking side.
Okay. I like that. Soul cleaving is an interesting one on Ji Fengsheng. Obviously it's very good, but it's a little annoying to play when you first break through sometimes.
Yeah. Let me see, like, I have not won a single fight for their tier 1, so...
Well, Plantmaster is not great at winning early game fights. Another issue for poor Ji Fengsheng.
Well, like, you picked Plant Master, you locked a card.
Yeah.
You picked Mirage card instead of a Tempo Fate. You're gonna have a really hard time in the early game.
Absolutely. And then there's a few characters in this lobby that are going to absolutely punish you on tiers 3 and 4. Especially without Exorcism Elixir. Like, I think you're just going to have a hard time winning any fights, to be honest.
Looks like Child took a Thunder Trib there.
Mm-hmm. See the HP go down.
Just back up.
Shinrei with I imagine is going to be a fairly short-term Kindness Tune on her board. Xiaowu Kindness Tune. Everyone's settling in for the long game. No one really wants to contest Jiang Ximing and Nan Gongshong through the mid-game. Makes a lot of sense to me. Was Xiaowu rolling on tier 3 there to find those Heartbroken tunes? Did you catch that?
I did not. I did not notice, no. I can check how many rolls they have.
I think they were down to like 5 or 6 or something. So they've spent some rolls. I'm just not sure where that was.
I feel like watching this on fast speed is we're just gonna miss things.
That's fine.
If your child naturally draws 2 copies of Cirque.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good. Has not done a great job drawing Wood Spirit Seals, but I've got to be pretty happy with that. With her own Heartbroken tune. We see Jiang Ximing with the sort of typical tier 3 board of Fortune Teller and Heptastar stuff.
Yep, just like Leading is the best card in the sect, in the best side job card available when you have post-action cards.
Yep, and obviously is going to combine...
Starry Moon also kind of a post-action card, because it gives you a chi on the second cycle.
Yep, and absolutally going to be
so they don't have a Starry Moon right now.
Yeah, I mean, Fleeting is like a... I mean, I can't really say anything nice about Fleeting on this spot, but... Tukwe hitting Physique Master on 2, which means he can land the turn 11 breakthrough, which will be nice for him. Opportunity to
Lonely Night Wolf.
Tempo. Lonely Night Wolf Tenchion with she's got the multi hits for it.
Not rolling for stillness is something I've seen a lot of Tenchion players doing nowadays.
Just banking, like rolling on 3 for tempo, or just hard greeting as late as possible?
Yeah, rolling for like the same sort of like fleeting setup that the Jiang Ximing players play.
That makes sense. You have obviously a inbuilt very good post-action card with only traces, and once you're picking up things like Hunter Becomes Prayer and stuff, it work out quite well.
Yeah.
Alright.
You see, Jiang Qiming has, of course, won all their fights. Ji Fengsheng's lost all their fights.
This G Function's road. I don't know if people who don't play G Function appreciate just how narrow this G Function's road to victory is from here. Like he's a little bit like Yanchen and Wu Jingzhu, where it's like if you don't win enough of your early game fights, it's very, very hard to get back on to your game plan.
They did take Physique Master on tier 2, so they technically only have to win 2 fights.
Okay, that still looks like it's going to be a challenge for
Yes. Well, they'll get Meditation online, and then they have the Magnanimous, they have a Leaf Shield Flower, which is like an Exorcism Elixir, but worse.
Yeah, and if they can hit like a Bearing the Load or something, there's still an opportunity. But like I said, it's kind of a narrow road to victory.
We see like this is just like the classic Tenchion setup at this point. You have Lonely Night Wolf replacing the usual Starry Moon.
Yep, and then just multi-hits and post-actions. I'm sure they would love a fleeting as well, but yeah, Tenchion.
Not even playing the Disaster of Bloodshed in their hand.
Who needs it? We gotta get Horse and I can't even remember the name of this fortune teller card.
Definitely one that people weren't playing for a long time, and then people realized it's just like a lot of stats.
Yeah, it's one of those cards that upgrades really well. Like I think the initial like 8 HP, 8 defense, 6 HP, 6 defense is not that.
Ji Fengsheng loses another fight. I think it's a 4 HP, 6 defense on level 1.
Yeah, it's like fine for a tier 2 card, but then every upgrade is just like 7 extra stats, which is quite good.
And the backside also kind of just like naturally upgrades as the game goes on and you get access to better opener cards.
Absolutely. Alright, we see...
Second Disaster of Bloodshed. Third copy of Hunter becomes Prayer.
A lot of... You're seeing the turn 1 Truncate from Tukwe, very, very common with his tier 3, just to send that wound over. Truncate has nice high base damage, get to start the fight with 1 attack up and 1 wound on your opponent at the small cost of 4 HP. Goes very well with the Plant Master cards as well. Your Sword Bamboos immediately get an extra 3 damage from that too. Plus, again, that 1 attack up for 15. Very nice. Very nice.
I do wonder with Tukui, if you're taking the Exercise Bones Mirage, if it's better to roll on 3 or roll on 4.
It is an interesting question. Having access to the Exercise Bones on tier 4 would be very nice. But then the tier 3 cards are just so good. You know, just Subdue and Crash Footwork go so far. Just you don't really need anything else.
Child finds their Wood Seal on tier 4 to go with their Locked Heartfire.
Nice. Heartfire not going to be at its best in this lobby, but I'm sure they're still very happy in that spot.
Yeah, 4DX players, not exactly where you want to be.
It's okay, they'll be 3 soon. We see...
Well, G-Pumpkin's board looks a lot scarier now. They have 5 hexproof and a Mountain Falling, and then a bunch of blue cards.
Yeah, that's true. Their board does look quite a lot better.
Like they get their first win of the game.
Looks like they do. They managed to take down the Jiang Qiming, which is a good sign for them if that's the board that they're able to beat.
Yeah.
So
the Jiang Qiming board was kind of weaker than you'd expect. Like they don't have a Starry Moon.
Yeah.
They're missing their second multi-hit.
The dotted around doing the job of what would have been they would have
much a lot of the cards are still level 1.
Moon. Yeah. And as a result of not having the Starry Moon, they can't get like star power on another hit, so they're playing the continuous card. And yeah, there's a little bit
some awkwardness too, where like they get the defense on the turn they play Soul Stat, but then they can't use the defense that turn.
Yeah. Yeah. So still a decent board. I wouldn't be surprised to see them lose to Chinrei here.
Chinrei's still playing Kindness too, so
yeah, she doesn't think she's gonna win, but I think it will be...
Spring Rain and Kindness Tune is an interesting combination.
You're sort of hedging your bets. I don't usually love it, but I think with Kindness Tune, I think a lot of people sort of don't account for... Oh, Tukai's already got a Shadow Rishi. Scary for everybody else. And their Bones online too. One of the things I think a lot of people don't appreciate with Kindness Tune is that the equation of like, well, if I play Kindness Tune and lose... If I would have won playing another card, like, is that destiny differential worth running the risk of cutting the kindness tune? And like for a lot of the time it's like, no, you should just keep running the kindness tune even if you think you'll win, because taking an extra, 6 destiny damage or something is much worse than the small chance that you get to save all your destiny. If that makes sense? I think I kind of
Yeah.
that a little bit. Alright.
Jifeng just like barely winning this fight.
Yeah, it's really close. I mean, Leaf Shield Flower is...
Dropping to 5 HP and then just sitting there for like 2 or 3 turns.
Yeah, Leaf Shield Flower is no Exorcism Elixir. I mean, this Turquoise got to be pretty happy. He's still on a nice high
That's the
destiny.
2 wins for Jifeng, so they do get to break through.
Yeah. So they'll be on time.
Child with Max Blast.
Max Blast and the Hexproof Cap.
I wonder if they were rolling on 3 for that. You don't really luck into Max Blast, I don't think.
No, usually not. It requires something pretty...
Unless like there was a Mirage.
Yeah, usually requires something pretty special to get there. Possible.
But they have 19 rolls, so...
If they were rolling, they didn't roll very much. They did find us. They do have a Cirque, so maybe they were spending some rolls on 3 to find the Cirque.
Might have been just like 1 roll per turn, and they just hit a lot of really good blue cards.
Yeah, possible. So as the lobby shakes out, I mean, not shocking to see Tenchion in 8th place. That is usually where Tenchion tends to hang out until the late game.
And they usually either get 8th or 1st.
it's a pretty common breakdown for her. Xiaobu is going into kill mode here. We've got the Heartbroken tune, Concentric Soul Seasoning, deciding that we can take down Tenchion. They've spent quite a lot of rolls to get to this point, only down to 5.
A lot of Heartfires.
A lot of Heartfires for the kid. Again,
I don't understand how these child players like have like 20-ish rolls while also having like these crazy tier 4 boards that also have max tier 1 cards.
You just draw them. Just draw the cards you need.
Like that was a turn 4 kill.
Yeah. You're kind of unlucky to be the other child and have a pretty solid board that you don't get to walk with. A classically bad matchup for G Function. Very hard to beat Spring Rain.
See, this Zhang Ximing is losing all their fights.
Quite rough.
Broke
actually.
through. They got card draw, but their board is still pretty terrible.
Yeah. This is one of those, and we were talking in my Discord the other day about like some of the hardest things in this game, and I think that these turns really are some of the hardest, where like you're not going to field a full board of cards. You're looking at something that's like stronger than the average card that's on your board, but also not a card you want to be playing beyond this turn, and needing to decide like, are we kicking this or are we...
Like this child here missed on card draw in tier 5. Now they've decided like, do they want to keep this combined world?
Yeah, and there's this like Scarlet Flame on their board that I'm sure they would be pretty excited to not be playing. This Jiang Qiming's got like this dotted around, which is not great. They've got all these rolls saved, but yeah, trying to make some.
You think they'll play Great Spirit?
Yeah.
The other child also missing on card draw.
This is... well, I mean, sometimes you break through in round 11 and you don't get what you need. Especially rough with Plant Master.
I don't think we saw what fortune they got, but it seems to be a pretty bad one.
Yeah, given it's not in their hand anymore. Plant Master as well sort of exacerbates that point, because you draw into cards like Vine and Seed, and you can't do anything with them.
You can't play the Vine.
You can't play them, you can't roll them.
Meanwhile, you're playing a normal.
Yeah. Oh, G-Function did not make enough physique to break through. Like, just did not put enough physique on his board to break through. That is a huge...
The other G-Function problem.
Yeah, that's really bad. That Embracing Chi technique should definitely have been on there.
But they're playing no physique cards right now, other than the meditation.
Yeah,
they have the regenerating body.
They're just trying to hit. But like, that's a huge problem for them, because usually this is their turn where they get to be strong, and instead they're gonna get bodied by this Tukui. Though they might have lost to this
like the other
Tukui
problem
anyway.
with playing Plant Master is because you don't have Exorcism Elixir, you have to end fights faster.
Yes.
And so that means you get to cycle through your physique cards fewer times in a fight.
Yeah. for sure. Right, Shabu dropping down a little bit of Destiny. A few normals on both boards. Definitely favors
Jiang
the
Ximing managed to win their
there.
fight with this board, so
Yeah, I think the Jiang Ximing kind of is on two sides of the coin of luck there, where they missed on card draw, or they hit card draw but couldn't assemble a great board, and they paired into Child, who they were probably expecting to lose to, but that Child missed on card draw and could not assemble a complete board. So, yeah,
it's also the
swings
number
and
one Jiang
roundabouts.
Ximing player.
Yeah. Plat mentioned. So.
I remember playing against them a bunch last season. They definitely impressed me.
This is Hong Yao, right? I remember them from the
On one
last
Destiny.
Wiki Cup. Is Tantrion on one Destiny, or are they on their cheat death?
I did not notice.
I think they still got
are...
their cheat death. Yeah, so they are naturally one Destiny. Yeah.
That's an eerie melody.
Eerie melody on Ji Fangsheng. It's good. It's a good one. It's
only a level 1 soul cleaving though.
It's a little bit
no.
Also, just naturally not a fantastic card against the Xiaobu. She can exploit it a little bit better than Ji Fangsheng, but you're still very happy to draw that card every time.
Tenchion rolling away envelop. Really just like digging for a way to not go 8th.
Gotta make a board. We've got at least one UWF for Anand Gongsheng, so they're gonna be...
This UWF and Cirking a level 2, they both have UWF.
Great, okay. So their boards are fully online. One of them has drawn a second wood seal, the other one hasn't. We've got vines in hands, so everybody's gonna be playing.
Chinri is down to Billows and also playing Abrupt Sprite. Not enough chi to play their cards.
That is a... that's a board.
They are cheat denying this child more than they're cheat denying themselves.
That's true. And, you know, if both people can't play
they won the fight, so...
If both people are on of getting cheat denied, having a Spring Rain in play is not a bad spot to be.
And it's looking like this. Using the hexproof to not get entangled is interesting. Or not getting internally injured, I believe.
Yeah. I mean, it is pretty nice to use Eerie Melody Soul Cleaving to give your opponent 10 wounds with your Demon Breaking Palm. And I'm going
this is actual Destiny Tenchion now.
Yeah, so she's now on her last legs, staring down the Xiaobu.
I mean, not the worst matchup ever.
Yeah,
probably better than fighting one of the UWF child players.
I think so. I feel like the musician...
But their board is still looking pretty awful.
Yeah. I feel like the musician Tanchion, Heal Tanchion matchup is like... Especially when Tanchion's on her cheat death, it like maybe slightly favors her, but I don't think it's one of those matchups that's like super lopsided or anything. Like you said, like UWF versus Fortune Teller Tanchion.
I think it's more that it's round 13, and you expect usually the Tenchion has like a bonkers board by this point, and the Xiaobu's still trying to figure things out.
Yeah, definitely. Xiaobu's...
using Fragrant to pay for their water cards is very interesting.
It's sinking chi. 2 HP, 2 chi.
True, it's a tier 4 sinking chi.
Yeah, usually Tenchion's sort of arc of power is a bit shorter than Xiaobu's. Xiaobu tends to go into tier 5 with a little bit more destiny and be a little bit more reliant on tech for longer than Tanchion, whereas Tanchion usually around 13, like you said. You know, they've had a couple of turns of cut off the mundane, maybe they proc their cheat death already, and their board is, you're expecting to just be like, you know, near the peak of its power.
This commentator has noticed that Jiang Ximing has set their board up to side the Jifengsheng's Eerie Melody. Which is probably bad news.
It's probably not great news for the Jifengsheng. Usually you want that card to resolve.
Now UWF Child taking down easy wins.
Mm-hmm.
So the second side doesn't really do much, just skip the Space Spirit Field. But the damage might have been done.
Yeah.
And yeah, the Jifengsheng eliminated from the lobby.
That's rough. Yeah, I don't know about...
Chinri still playing Kindness Tune. It's a level 1 Kindness Tune, so I think they rolled away their Kindness Tune and got another one.
Just could not find anything better. Alright,
And
so
it looks like the Tenchion died too.
dies to Xiaobu. I'm watching the replay now.
Yeah, their board is not great.
Yeah, the Tenchion's board looking a bit rough, and I think they get Entangle, Concentric over, which slows them down even more.
They had a 51 stack to internal injury.
Yeah, double Concentric, really brutal when you're trying to play a slightly longer healer board. Well, the Xiaobu was spending some earlier rolls on tier 4 to find those. Definitely working out for her. So the lobby breaking down now. We've got Musician Xiaobu. We have Fletch Jiang Ximing, piloted by the very, very skilled player Hong Yao. And two Yoyo Charles and this Chinray, who I feel like is...
both have Vine this turn.
Vine's come online this turn for both.
Both of them are playing against each other with Vine, with basically the exact same board.
Well, go first, buddy. Try to go first.
Yeah, you see they're kicking cards they might want later, and just kick their extra Heartfire.
Yep.
Probably thinking about kicking the Thorn too.
Thorn's a hard sell.
Interesting that the other Nangang is choosing not to play their level 2 Combined World.
Yeah, the decision of whether or not you play Combined Worlds in these mirrors is... I feel like it's usually quite interesting, because it's such a strong card, and lines up so well.
I feel like my instinct would be to play it on turn 1 with Cirque, and then also play around Vine that way.
Yeah, that'd be a really good line into this. Neither of them have seen the Vines, right? They're gonna try to ambush each other.
Yeah, but I feel like you just kind of have to assume that the turn you have Vine, your opponent also has Vine. Chinry finally finding a great wave to replace that Fragrant they were playing.
Alright, we've found an upgrade.
Does not beat Realm Quelling Palms though. Tukui playing around the predicament.
Yeah.
I don't know if they had seen it before either. Xiaobu barely winning this fight. The Zhang Ximing missing HHH, and I think also Fly.
Still running dotted around too.
Yeah. They're not exactly in the best shape. But yeah,
No.
Child goes first and wins.
Classic.
Henry playing Spring Rain still.
They just seem to be having trouble assembling a real board. I'm not sure what
these mono
looking
water
for.
boards are kind of like, you try to cheese people.
Yeah, I'm not really sure what they're looking for, like, in this spot, you know?
Probably a second Great Waves.
Yeah, second Great Waves would be better than Spring Rain, probably, but, like, not by a huge amount. It's still pretty,
So Billows kind of impressed me in how you can just, like, kill people with a bunch of kind of terrible cards.
Yeah, the idea of, like
you have your extra HP, you have your guard up.
Yeah, you make, like, 10 Force of Water, play Billows,
You can just,
play
like,
Turbulent.
sort of girdle around and trust in Billows to eventually win you the fight. Predicament is a strong card.
That's true. Definitely not too sad to be having Predicament. Strookbay's trying to figure out...
Now, if you keep playing around Predicament, there is no Predicament.
Yeah, I wonder if they're looking at this Reishi in their hand too. I guess probably not against the Boo.
Yeah, they're probably very favored there.
Yeah, typically the biggest weakness of Musician DX is everything other than Musician that's also DX.
Zhang Ximing not playing the level 2 HHH they have, and Child delaying their Vine. Interesting stuff happening here.
Is the Vine delay some sort of side tech? Is the idea that
possibly? It might also... It could be side tech. It could be just playing around some second cycle things. Here we see a Child getting Rough Sprite locked.
It's delightful. Well, you know...
the Fragrant's still in play.
It's basically...
I think they got eliminated for that, too.
It's basically Musician Xiaobu, except instead of having, like, cards that do something, you have cards that don't do anything. The swap to Crash Fists.
Switching to a force board for a fight.
Yeah, just to beat up the Tukui. I like it. That's pretty heads up.
Just shocked to continue winning the fight.
Go to -1 to put him to -48.
On negative HP.
That's pretty good. I do like that. The hard thing with Musician Xiaobu is usually just figuring out what you're supposed to keep. Like, you literally have a full
Moving the
hand at
vine
all
did not
time.
really work for the child. It got downgraded.
Oh, that's not ideal. But they still won the fight, which I think is good enough for them, probably.
They did, yeah. So yeah, child did in fact get eliminated by those rock sprites.
Okay, so endgame lobby here, we've got Jiang Ximing, who's sort of found their board. Chinrei, who just keeps cheesing wins.
Yep.
Musician Boo on 38 with a cheat death still, and a Tukui facing elimination. I feel like if you're Xiaobu and Nan Gongsheng, you're probably pretty happy here. You're definitely feeling the pressure
and
if you're any of these other three, though.
that circuit's not active.
Correct.
Only they'll fix it.
Correct. I'm sure they're trying to figure out how to beat Rough Sprite.
Well, I think they're probably expecting the rock sprites to be gone this fight,
Yeah,
since they're fighting Chinri's ghost.
that makes sense. Yeah, so they're just trying to build a board that beats.
But they're
Predicament.
probably more trying to figure out how to beat that predicament.
Yeah.
Both players playing predicament here, but Chinri going first seems to have given them a fairly easy win there.
Very good. Yeah, it's exactly what you said. Like, the billows just piling on the damage. The Heartbroken Tune obviously helping the Chinri in that endeavor as well.
Yeah. Jiang Ximing assembling the full board finally and
Taking down Tukui.
eliminating Tukui.
Not able to get to that.
Did not find a vine in time. It's level 2.
No find a vine. Died with a Shadow Alrishi in hand. Unfortunate.
Yep. It's a rough life out there.
Yeah.
And they also did not get to play their realm killing palms,
Yeah.
which presumably would have won the fight. They have 12 agility too.
Yeah, I think if they had just played the RKP there, they probably get away with it. But Jiang Ximing finding their board right on time.
Interestingly, I think the vine wouldn't have even have worked because Jiang Ximing has level 2 hexproof.
Yeah, I saw that they've got the everything goes away on your wards to fade it.
Because typically you play the vine on turn 2 and they're strategically not chasing on their turn 3. So they perfectly dodge the vine, or the usual vine placement anyway.
Well, we've got two very sort of what I would describe as like belligerent boards at the top, which is UWF Child and Jiang Ximing. Fletch boards that just sort of like overpower most things in the game. Very hard to fight fairly. Up against two predicament boards, which, I mean, this is a sort of dynamic that the game has had in many seasons where you've got something extremely strong and something that is playing predicament to beat it.
It does look like Shobu has the read here. They are not playing predicament, and they are also insulating their board against side, and both of those things are lining up very well against this board Jiang Ximing has presented. Getting their Ghost Howling downgraded, which isn't really that big of a deal. They got their Soul Cleaving skipped, but it looks like they win anyway.
Yeah. Alright, so Jiang Ximing goes down.
And yeah, they still have their cheat death after this.
Yeah, I mean,
Chinri
out.
Attempted the Rub Sprite lock.
Child having
but dying exactly to the thorn.
Oh, that's brutal.
I think there's a circ before the parry probably, so they would probably still die. But
they're actually a ways away from being able to actually win that fight, I think.
But yeah, they showed the Rep Sprite once, and then the child knew to respect it.
Alright, so UWF versus Plant Master, UWF Child versus Musician Xiaobu. Stop me if you've heard this one before.
Looks like Xiaobu is actually losing the predicament mind game for maybe the first time all game.
Yep.
I guess they also lost to the Jinri.
When they predicamented each other, yeah.
Yeah.
Child has shown a...
Playing Space Spirit Field for Chi is always fun.
Card makes a lot of Chi.
Notably, you don't get the 3 damage from the Water Seal.
Yeah, it is a little bit less of a little bit less good in that sense.
On the other hand, you do play around like level 2 Rep Sprite, which Xiaobu does have.
Just been showing it.
I'm actually not sure who wins this. I think Child wins because they guess predicament correctly, but
I think usually if you guess predicament correctly as child, you tend to win this fight.
they're the max Shuroroar though.
Max Shuro is good. I mean, Max Shuro, the problem with playing predicament as Xiaobu and losing is that you have spent so many turns not doing anything that having like a max Shuro can sometimes just kill you because you have all this extra
And that
damage
Bearing
taken
Willow
away.
blocked an entire prairie. Yeah, they win anyway.
Oh, and enough poison to kill on the rebirth too. Very nice. Yeah, Bearing the Lid's a real card. I think people underestimate that card quite a lot.
I certainly don't respect it enough.
It does end up blocking for like 40 damage or something.